Rip zombe. Ya mahombe ke. Sometimes when you come up with an idea or a business, you just want to jump into it. You get so excited, you want to try it right away. I want to say to you guys, whenever you come up with an idea or if you want to jump into something new that you haven't done before, like farming, something new that you haven't farmed before, take your time, guys. Do your research. Take your time and do your due diligence before you jump into it. Today, as I promised, I'm going to talk about fish from the very beginning, because the last time I just showed you guys the system and how my system works. So today I'm just going to walk you through the whole process from when we picked the fish from the breeder until when we planted the fish in our fish pond, in our fish tank, sorry. And then how we took care of the fish and up to when we harvested the fish. So I'm going to walk you through that. Actually, I planned to talk about the challenges as well, but I just, well, I have to do it some other time because the video will be too long. So today I'm going to talk only about the process from when we picked my second batch from the breeder up to when we harvested the fish. Then you can get to see the process when we fed the fish, and then how they were growing up to the harvesting time. So yeah, my name is Tao. In case you haven't seen me before, guys, I do farming in Africa, in Zimbabwe to be more specific. And I do not live in Zimbabwe. I live in Sweden, and I focus on fish farming and rabbit farming, chicken rearing, and vegetable farming. That's what I do. So yeah, what do you need to think about when you have your system is now working, your fish tank is in place, and greenhouse is also in place, and everything is okay, and you have treated your water before you bring the fish. So my first batch, the first batch that I started with, I got it from the company that sold me all the fishing equipment and then the greenhouse. They are the ones who gave me the first batch. So the video that I'm going to show you guys is about our second batch when we did that. Because after our first batch, we decided to look for the breeders ourselves and then buy straight from the breeders than to buy from that company, because that company was also getting their fish from other breeders. So we thought it was cheaper for us. It would be cheaper for us. And of course, it was much cheaper for us to buy straight from the breeders than to buy from a company that gets its fingerlings from the breeders. So yeah, as you can see here, we are collecting the fish, and this is the breeder. I'm not going to name it right now, but if you want to know the name of the breeder, where I get my fingerlings from, you can get in touch with me, or I'll try to write in the description so that you can you get to know the breeder that supplies me with the fingerlings. So yeah, in case you do not know much about fish farming, guys, it works like this. It normally takes 6 months from the time that you plant your fingerlings in your fish tank up to the time that you harvest. And then, of course, it also depends on your market. Some markets, they want like bigger fish. Some markets, they don't really care. But for your fish to be ready, it has to be like 6 months. Then after 6 months, then you can sell your fish. Yeah, so it works like this, guys. Before you go and collect your fingerlings, make sure that your fish tank is fixed, your water is good, and then the quality of the water is good, And then the water that is recommended is like the borehole water. And for me, I only use borehole water, so I don't need to think much about that. But for those of you guys who want to do fish farming in town, then of course you have to check your water, the quality of your water, so that there is not much chlorine in your water, because that can affect your fish. If you're in town, then of course you can consult the experts. They can assist you with the treatment of the water, so that your fish can grow nicely. So yeah, and when you come back with your fish, with your fingerlings, to put in your fish tank, don't just come with your fish and then with your fingerlings and then just to pour everything into the in the water in the fish tank. No, they will get shocked and then they will all die. So what you need to do is when you come home in your tank, you need to place your fingerlings while they are still in their oxygen plastics. There is when you collect them, they are in some plastics where there's oxygen. So you have to place them on top of the water in those plastics with oxygen for about 20 to 25 minutes. Some they even go to 30 minutes. And then the reason why you have to do that is to acclimatize them so that they get used to the water, the new climate and everything, so that they don't get shocked. And then after those 20 minutes before you open everything, you open your plastic and then you let just a little bit of water inside. And then you close again, and then you let your fingerlings float on top of the in your pond, water tank for some time. And then of course after that, then you can open and then release them into the fish tank. Oh, and I forgot to mention another thing which is very important. We were advised to first pour like plankton booster. Plankton booster is like a feed for fish. It's like in liquid form. We just have to pour it in the fish tank before you get them, before you get your fingerlings, because they feed on those ones on the plankton boost before you start giving your fingerlings real feed. Normally they advise people, they recommend that you wait for about a day or 2 days. Some they even go say 3 days, but it depends on who you ask, because all these experts, they give different information. So yeah, like I said, some they say 1 to 2 days, some they say even to 3 days before you start giving them real feed after you've released them in the fish tank. So they just feed on the plankton boosts that you have in the fish tank. And then, of course, you have to monitor them all the time. And then when they are still very small, when you start giving them feed, right, when they are still very small, you have to feed them about between 4 to 5 times a day. And another thing, which is also very important for each and every one of you guys out there who's planning to venture into this, is that when you feed them, you have to make sure that you feed them at the same time every day. Same spot, same time, every day. If it's 9 o'clock and then 12 o'clock and then 2 o'clock and then 3 o'clock, and you have to do it every day, because they are quite intelligent. These the fish, they know the time. So if you miss those time, they get confused, and that can affect their growth. And when you feed them, you have to make sure that you stand there and wait until they've eaten their feed, because if you just throw feed in the fish tank and then you leave, you don't really know whether they're eating or they're not. So you have to make sure that you watch while they're eating. Another reason why you should do that is sometimes people just throw food in there, and then the fish are not eating. And then, of course, you can run a loss. Throw some food, their feed, and then you wait for some time, and then you see if they're eating. And then if they eat everything, then you throw more feed. If they eat everything, then you throw more feed. And then when they are full, you see that they just leave the food. They just let it float on top of the water. So if they start seeing that, then you know that they are full. Then you can stop feeding your fish. So it's very important that you keep an eye on that so that you don't waste your feed. And of course, it will make also the water really dirty. So yeah, I'll leave you guys watching this video about the whole process from when we picked our fingerlings to when we planted them in our fish tank up to when we harvested our fish. So enjoy the video, guys. Stay tuned. I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, but I think aba badzingatsooneka zvakanaka. Ndidzo dzese dziri kumberi uko idzi. Pese panapa idzi. Dzimwe dzacho dzinoita kuzongoita dzichitizwa zvadzoka svika padhuze, but apa I think dziri kuoneka. Yembonyatsoenda padzakaungana apa mumbonyatsodziona.
Ripi zombe? Ya maombe chero. Well, now it's time to harvest the fish. Now we're harvesting them, ready for the market, going to sell them tomorrow. We'll give some customers that are waiting for the fish, so we'll deliver tomorrow morning. And then we have something we're coming to the after tomorrow. Whoa. It's not easy. Jaga here I'm looking at it. Oh my. Saka pande basa. That's 2,000. My fingerlings. Okay. That. Aywa, hadziri boys. Another thing that you need to bear in mind, guys, is that you have to keep an eye on the quality of your water. For us, we do change our water like twice a month. Because if the quality is bad, that can cause like mortality to your fish, and you don't want that. So change twice or even more if that's required, depending on the quality of your water. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, what do I think about fish farming? Well, fish farming is a good business if done correctly, if done nicely, if managed nicely. Just like any other business, any business can go really, really well and can go really, really bad, depending on how you manage it, depending on the kind of people that you have at your place or at your farm. So that plays a very, very big part when it comes to any kind of business, and in this case, we're talking about fish farming. I think it is a really good business. We are planning to have another tank, because right now we're just using one tank, which is not really good if you want to be like a really good supplier. We sell our fish to the locals. The people that sold me the equipment, they also buy back fish if you want to sell them at a wholesale price. But I chose not to do that. I just sell to the local people and to friends, and then to people around me. And then these fish, people like fish, so it's not a problem to sell fish. All I need to do is to let people know in advance that on such and such date we are going to harvest, and then normally people, they place some orders, and then you know that this person needs 5 kg, this person needs 20 kgs, this one needs 30 kgs, and then you sell your fish like that. So yeah, if you have money, if you have the resources, if you are planning to, if you have space, and you're thinking of venturing into this fish farming, go for it. Go for it, but you have to make sure that you have everything in place. Things like, for me, I use like a greenhouse, and then I use a fish tank, sorry. So yeah, go for it. And then there are so many people who are just using the normal ponds as well outside greenhouse. Well, they are saying it's going well, but I haven't done that. And like I said in my other video, doing fish farming in a fish tank, you have a lot of fish in the tank than if you're using like a normal pond. That's why I chose to focus on fish farming in a tank. During this my farming journey, there are so many mistakes that I've made in this fish farming. But then, of course, hey, it doesn't really matter. We learn from those mistakes, and mistakes are common. I take a look at mistakes like they are just like stepping stones. When you make a mistake, you don't really know that you're making a mistake. And they say to make a mistake is not a mistake, but to repeat a mistake, it is a mistake. So yeah, you learn from those mistakes, and then you get better and better and better and better. So it is good to make some mistakes, because you don't really know. And then when you know that you've made a mistake, of course, you will rectify that, and then you move on. So yeah, I will continue with the fish farming, and I will buy more like tanks, so that I can be a good supplier. Because right now what I'm doing is like I harvest, and then I wait for some time. I harvest, then I wait for some time. Normally, it works like this. The ones that supply these fingerlings, they stop supplying around end of April or beginning of May, because winter time they don't really sell these fingerlings, because fish they don't grow well during winter time. But for someone like me, I do have a greenhouse. That's also one of the reasons why I chose to do this in a greenhouse. I don't get really affected as much as those people who do fish farming in ponds, because in a greenhouse, of course, I can maintain the temperatures. I can open, I can close the greenhouse, around the greenhouse, so that, so my fish won't be affected as much as those ones who are doing their fish farming in normal ponds outside. So yeah, that's one good thing about greenhouse. And I also want to let you guys know that I'm not an expert in all the farming that I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you guys what I do at my place and how I take care of the animals that I'm taking care of. So yeah, I'm not an expert. If you need like professional help, you can contact some experts who can give you like professional assistance in whatever farming that you want to venture into. I'm just sharing my story and what I do and what I've been doing at my farm. And thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for keep coming back to watch my videos. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing to my channel. You will help us to grow. You will help us to reach as many people as possible. So like this video, share this video with as many people as you can. And then please write in the comment section what you think about fish farming. And if you're already doing fish farming, please share with us how it is going for you. There are so many people out there maybe also want to know or also want to venture into this fish farming. So yeah, let's write in the comment and share our ideas and share all the things that we are experiencing in this fish farming. So thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Have a nice day, guys. Cheers.